Hillary Clinton delivered a speech on the future U.S.-China relations on Friday, laying out 3 elements of the U.S. strategy. She said the U.S. is practicing robust regional engagement in the Asia-Pacific.
We are firmly embedding our relationship with China within a broader regional framework because it is inseparable from the Asia-Pacific's web of security alliances, economic networks, and social connections.
The second element of U.S. strategy, Clinton says, is to focus on building trust with China.
We need to form habits of cooperation and respect that help us work together more effectively and weather disagreements when they do arise.
She said that both countries will benefit from sustained and substantive military-to-military engagement.
The third element of our strategy is expanding our work together along with the rest of the international community to address these shared challenges: global recession, nuclear proliferation, terrorism, piracy on the high seas. These are threats that affect all of us, including China. And China is joining us in confronting them.
Clinton's speech was delivered to inaugurate an annual forum dedicated to veteran U.S. diplomat Richard Hobrooke, who died last month. It was described by the State Department as setting the stage for a state visit by Chinese President Hu Jintao next week. Clinton said the U.S.-China relationship has gone global and arrived at a critical juncture. She said 3 decades after the two nations first opened the door to engagement, the relationship is marked by great promise and real achievement, but also by significant challenges. She said both the U.S. and China have much more to gain from cooperation than from conflict. The secretary suggested that the two countries should work together for a better future.
Today we have a positive relationship with China and the chance for a very positive future. The United States welcomes China as a rising power. We welcome China's efforts not only to lift their own people out of poverty, but to export prosperity and opportunity.
Analysts say President Hu's visit to the U.S. will be one of the most important state visits between the two countries in 3 decades. Meanwhile, the U.S. media is also warming up on the visit. The Wall Street Journal set up a China real-time column Thursday. In an article entitled "Americans See China as Number One," it said almost half of Americans think it's China that is world's leading economic power, despite the fact that U.S. economy is about 3 times the size of China's, and its GDP per capita is roughly 10 times bigger. Washington Post reported on Thursday that White House would attach great importance to Hu's visit. It said the visit symbolizes the great significance of the relationship between the two countries. Chicago Sun-Times reported on Wednesday that the mayor of Chicago, the only city that Hu is to visit outside Washington, D.C., is calling the visit a big deal. It said the mayor hoped the visit would establish the city as the Chinese economic gateway to America. In an interview with CNC, the mayor does not hide his excitement.
Well, first of all, I'm excited about it. We were greatly honored for President Hu to come to Chicago the 20th and 21st to visit our city and to visit, I think, a city that has a strong commitment to better relations with China and a commitment of growing together with China as a city and country. So myself as mayor, I'm deeply honored that he selected Chicago, my wife and myself, and our entire family and the people of Chicago.